Greetings, folks. Welcome to the third and the final part of the Sonic the Hedgehog Spinball playthrough. And this time, you see Eggman's getting away in his rocket ship as the Vego Fortress is falling apart around him. And Sonic's gotta go save the day in the Showdown. And here is just like in the machine, there are 5 emeralds to retrieve. A lot of tricky platforming, a lot of precision, a lot of careful movement. Well, I spent so long practicing this level with save states and cheats, and actually a lot of times I would actually just play the game start to finish. But I think total I spent close to 12 or 13 hours on the Showdown alone before I thought, hey, maybe I can record this. That's actually the hardest of the 5 emeralds to get. They're in the top middle right at the beginning. But no problem so far. As you can see by the length of this final part, it doesn't take me all that long to get through the Showdown. Surprisingly enough. I'm not trying to brag on myself. I'm not trying to flex. I'm just saying, I was really surprised I managed to get through it that quick, and, well, you see the results here. Emerald number 2. I like the song here, kinda. I mean, it's alright. It's not the best on the game's soundtrack. I think that right's reserved for Toxic Caves. Plus, this one doesn't really have a whole lot going on. I can see why they didn't include it on the CD soundtrack. Which it blows me away how much a complete sealed copy of that game is going for. I mean, luckily I bought mine used and it was $60. It's kind of crazy, but this was also a time when video game soundtracks weren't really a normal thing to have on a CD, so, I mean, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that this is like a collector's item. And it goes with the rest of my CD collection, as I am a huge music fan if I haven't already pointed that out. But I'm getting a little off topic here. Most of the times they'll make those rock triggers shoot, and most of the time they don't really do much, in my opinion. But yeah, this is considered the hardest level in the game, and most of the playthroughs I've seen, whether it was Clement or Brain Scratch or any other Let's Player that's better than my content, any playthrough I've ever seen of this game, it's taken those Let's Players quite a while to get through this, like 17, 18 minutes. It actually, the Brain Scratch crew had somebody else do the Spinball playthrough for them. But anyways, this is the Fromark Plays show. This is a Fromark commentary, and this is a Fromark Industries production of the Sega game Sonic Spinball. But yeah, one wrong move, and if you end up in the middle, there's nothing there but death waiting for you. There's just lava. The floor is lava. Literally. Somehow I managed to avoid it in this part. Like I said, I think I said it at the beginning, a lot of this is just dumb luck for me. I did not expect my recording of the Showdown to go as good as it did. I've certainly done worse. I do not remember the first time I ever made it to the Showdown, but I do remember that it was not successful. and that a lot of my playthroughs ended at the Showdown, and that it wasn't until probably 2012 or 2013 the first time I actually beat Sonic Spinball. But anyways, this is the final boss here, the Showdown with Eggman, or Robotnik as he's known here. But yeah, this is one of few Sonic games that were... Actually, I think this was one of the only Sonic games that were developed completely in North America by the Sega Technical Institute, which was Sega's American branch at the time, which Sega of America and Sega of Japan didn't get along very good back in the 90s, and I think it kind of killed their momentum leading to their demise, but... Well, I mean, the company's still around today, but they don't make consoles anymore. And I think a lot of that's because of bad decisions that were made in the 90s, and a lot of mismanagement, a lot of strained relations between the North American and Japanese branches. But the goal here is to launch up to where those green arrows are, hit that trigger. The first time you hit it, like the first time you make it to the ship, you hit it 3 times and it'll kill his defense system, and then you can launch your way up there to bonk him. And then after the first reset, you gotta hit it 5 times from there on out. For the longest time, I thought it was randomized, and I'd heard other people say it was randomized, but that is not true. It's 3, 5, and then 5 from there on out. And, this is one thing about the Showdown that can make it a nightmare to get through, because you gotta crawl your way all the way back up to the boss from here. And I've seen plenty of playthroughs, and I've had plenty of playthroughs where I would die on the way back down, and amazingly enough, that didn't happen. Hopefully it doesn't take me too long to get back up to the boss, though. Aw, yeah. Dash away. Hey, I got 69 million points. Nice. Click. I think that's one of these signals that comes across the top of the screen that lets you know whether or not you can safely dash up to him. Oh yeah, I want to point out the platforming controls in this game are garbage, as I was having trouble even getting Sonic to turn around right there. But this is more of a pinball game, and the pinball physics are fine enough, but the platforming physics are absolute trash. And I feel like this game has a lot of rough around the edges things that I feel like if this game was given a little bit more time and polish, it could have been a much better game than it actually was. I mean, it's only 4 levels long, the controls are hit and miss here and there, some of the music is badly mixed. I mean, I will say file under options and credits theme. You'll actually hear that later on. And that's one thing that's one of the downfalls actually to the Sonic Spinball soundtrack, is some of its bad mix and overly Genesis twanged instruments. As the Sega Genesis was capable of producing a sound quality unlike anything I'd really ever heard on anything else. As you hear with even that boss theme there, that but it's got a really Genesis heavy sound to it that only the Sega Genesis could produce. But yeah, once you get Eggman's defenses down, you just gotta hit him 10 times. But I got 2 more hits left to go, folks. How long is it going to take me to do this? Because I got 1 last hit. And hey, that's going to do it, folks. Total Robotnik bonus added. 2 million points. Goodbye, Robotnik. But hey, folks, masochist or not, I completed Sonic Spinball, and I did it in a pretty good chunk of time. Hell, I got the 10 million point bonus for the Showdown. And that's never happened before. But I actually end the game with quite a good chunk of points. Pretty solid final score, 157,396,392. And Sonic and Eggman fall from the rocket ship. Tails there, of course, to rescue Sonic, and the day has been saved. The Vega Fortress still blowing up, and it looks like Eggman's just gonna freaking die in the fortress, because there it goes. That's the end of Sonic Spinball, folks. Oh God, my ears. Yeah! What a hell of a song to hear at the end of a game after a grueling job well done. This song also plays in the options theme, by the way. Like, if you go to the options menu, the song plays. And it has the potential to be a really good song. There's a good song here, but even the game's composer, Howard Drawson, was quoted as saying that there was not enough time to finish working on the final mix of the soundtrack. So some of it sounds really hard on the ears, I guess. But yeah, there's Howard Drawson's name in the credits. He did some stuff in Sonic 3 as well. But of course, like in any game, just let the credits roll. Give credit where it's due. I'm sure a lot of people hated these names for the difficulty of the game. Because this is definitely not a game for beginners, and this is a game that'll turn a lot of people off. But play it if you would like to. I'll recommend it. I think it's a pretty solid game. But that's going to do it for the Sonic Spinball playthrough, folks, and I thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you all for the next playthrough. This has been Fromark.